great honor for me actually to share with you my 120 years experience as a teacher. Well, I already told you I'm a math teacher. I'm sorry for this. Nobody's perfect. Sorry, guys. I want to present you my journey and why are we now here. I started to be a teacher in early 80s. And I started to be a teacher by loving my blackboard. I loved my piece of chalk. I discussed with my piece of chalk very tender, and I said, dear piece of chalk, look how smart I am. Look how elegant can I solve a problem. I started as a teacher in a 150 years old school, a very good one, with brilliant students, but all these students stayed behind me. I was staying with my blackboard in my arms, discussing with my blackboard, discussing with my piece of chalk. My journey to today is full of educational content, because as a teacher I believe in educational content. I started to use digital content, reusable learning objects at one moment, and I discovered the joy of understanding on my students' faces. It was amazing when I discovered this for the first time. It was amazing when I discovered that staying with the computer in front of my students is better than staying with my blackboard in front of me and my students behind me. Then I start to discover that critical thinking, we can target it. Project-based learning on multi-touch devices, to put in my students' face the question, what if something else is happening? What if the cells migrated to east instead of west? How Europe would look today? And we created such applications allow us to offer to the students the decision possibility. Then, of course, we go to fluid digital textbooks full of multimedia, interactive content inside, 3D immersive, or maybe, I don't know, augmented reality. All these types of content were present in my face. We created them, we use them, I use them as a teacher. Nice content, dwarfs or wizards discussing about English language, how to pronounce the soft, the mute consonant in this. How can I create as a math teacher such a dynamics in solving a problem otherwise than with the computer? Reusable learning objects in, I think, the most impressive library that we have on this earth. We have around 45,000 reusable learning objects for 21 subjects. So it's a huge library, it's an open learning library. Then we can use it, and we are using it in 28 countries. Then I discovered, as I told you, that we can use fluid digital textbooks, because I believe that the printed book is the most impressive invention that human being did on this earth. And we try to translate the experience that we have in the normal printed book into the fluid digital textbooks. Then I told you, we wanted to make project-based learning. Here, my students are engineers in Chernobyl. Do you remember Chernobyl? Yes, do you remember Chernobyl? Here the students discuss about how to build an atomic plant and how to create, and they operate with virtual and real objects on this big device. And they have documentation here and movies and diagrams, and they share information in order to create knowledge and to have finally a decision. They decide here, after they build an atomic plant, they decide if they have to obey to the political orders or not to obey to the political orders. If the political order said, do not announce media, do the workers to do that, do the engineers to do that, it's up to them to obey to false information comparing with the knowledge that they just discovered here. And they can save Chernobyl here. Otherwise, they will have an atomic bomb on the, it's virtually, on the screen. Yeah. This is very nice because I always wanted to, I love a lot Fantastic Journey. Do you remember the movie Fantastic Journey? When you are injected in a cell and you are going inside and you solve some problems with a rocket there. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in a cell. I'm traveling in this cell, going inside, moving around, looking to how impressive it could be for a student to go inside a human body, inside the engine, inside the atom, to discover there, to create there something new and valuable for them. Okay. Interactive games. This is a very nice game we created for Syrian refugees children that are in Norway now, and they don't know to read and to write, and we create games to offer them the possibility to play and learn in the same time. They are going in an attic, they are playing in a village, the name is the Village of the Letters. They are going there, they discuss with other people, and they step by step start to read, to write, to understand the letters. My outcome from the first picture, do you remember the first picture is this one, me with the blackboard, to this picture. Look here to the joy of understanding. Look to these faces. This is the only reason we are here now in this room, actually. You know, the joy of understanding. They are glad to go to the school. They want to understand. They work on projects. They are going immersively in knowledge. They present, as Professor Buckley said, they present each other new informations in order to get the competencies for life, not for having a better mark, I think. Yeah. Open space, of course 3D printing, because they have to learn how to create something at the end of the day, a skeleton or an engine, or to create by themselves content for this. This approach brought us a lot of international awards, and I'm very proud to be a member of a small team who won twice World Summit Award. This is an award granted by United Nations for the best educational content in the world. And actually we are the only team on this earth who succeeded. A lot of major awards in time. So bottom line, we offer to the students complex collaborative projects, virtual laboratories, 45,000 usable learning objects. This is the library. Fluid digital textbooks. Also, we offer to the Ministry of Education management and monitoring, the management of the educational system, with all that needs to have a good decision, not a political decision, based on facts decision on the issues that are raising in front of you if you are a decision maker. And also we offer to the teachers, because I think they are very important, on my opinion. Forgive me, I'm a teacher, so I consider that I'm very important for the educational system. Training, and I believe in this training. Training on 4 levels: basic ICT competencies, IT as a complementary tool, and I underline complementary tool for education, improved learning methods, and offering to the teachers the possibility to create the content. Learning management systems, so for collaborative portals and all the things. This is a map that presents where we are present now in the world. And with all this, what I believe is that I did not find a silver bullet, but I remain with the pedagogical needs in front of me. I have to create content starting with gaining attention to the student and ending with enhanced retention and transfer to the job, as Professor Dan Buckley said. This is the idea. Technology is a complementary tool for education. I cannot compete. These young ladies and young gentlemen know much more than I know regarding the technology. You'll see that. I cannot compete. I know pedagogy, I know mathematics, full stop. Yes, I can use it. I can use it with some conditions, you know, because you experts in e-learning, when I started e-learning 120 years ago, you promised me like this: will be very simple, we solve all the problems in the world. This e-learning is very cheap, take it, use it. And I discovered that it's not at all simple. I have to install things, I have to pay attention to the blue screen. Have you ever faced such a situation, to have a blue screen in the classroom? Yeah. It's extremely embarrassing, you know, to have a blue screen. To do what to do next? What to do next? What have I to do now? I have a blue screen. The students are waiting for me, so I'm useless with the computer. I push the mouse at the ear. I consider that is a phone. Help, help. This is the reality here, you know. So, do I have something easy to use? Do I have something easy to use? This is the question. Is it needed? Because, you know, I use computer as a complementary tool for education, A, only if it's needed, B, only if it's easy to use, meaning that it takes me less time by using the computer comparing with the pencil. Otherwise, with all the respect, Minister of Education, you can come in my classroom and inspect me, I will never use it. If it's not simple, I will never use it. Yeah? And of course, I need to be inexpensive. So we created such a tool, starting with the idea that I need to make something user-generated content, to create my content just like this, very simple, to deliver to my students, to get the information regarding their results in solving the problems that I just sent to them, easy to use, inexpensive, because I'm a teacher, you know. All the teachers on this earth need something inexpensive. Yeah. So what's happened now? We started from an idea that 95% of the teachers create their own content. Movies, text, a PowerPoint presentation, something simple to present on the wall. Everybody has a projector and a screen to present something to their students. Everybody on this planet. Yes, this is 97% of them do not have time to make something real good. 68%, they said they cannot do something interactive, which students like to see, like to have. And some others, 55%, want to have something ready-made, some templates. Yeah, blue screen. Let me show you. So we created ready-made templates, learning activities, easy to be used. I repeat, just like this. To create assessment, to create a classification factory, to create a crossword. And let me tell you something. All these activities can be realized by a teacher, by a regular teacher, geography, history, math teacher, in less than 1 minute. In less than 1 minute. Assessment, I told you, blank classification factory. I'm now in my account. I have here the lessons that I already made, and I want to show you something. I want to add a new activity. For instance, I want to add a jigsaw puzzle. So click, and now you can count seconds. Add picture, the activity is ready. 10 seconds. How much? 5 seconds. Thank you. I want to add another activity, let's say classification factory. because I'm a mathematician, I will put to class. I will try to classify even and odd numbers. So I will put here 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 9, 9, and here 2, 4, 6, 8, 200. And this is odd or even? Odd. With 2D?
Yeah.
Thank you. And this is even? Is correct what I wrote? All right. So the activity in this moment is ready. So bottom line, I can create content, I can deliver content, and I can assess my students' progress. A lot of beneficents here. Recall versus repetition is one of them, and it's absolutely fantastic. Address higher order skills for students, assess the right skill, interactivity, authentic content. This is what I need, and this is what I can now to create with this tool named Wand, game machine. Create, deliver, monitor. Good support for our colleagues from UK, and good points of view regarding this. And well, I have this tool. Where can I do it? Where can I do with this tool? We can create projects. We can create nationwide projects, which are, look to this. Step 1, train champions. We need champions. Step 2, best practice promoted, what the champions did. Steps 3, one pilot in some schools to measure and to calibrate what's happened in real life school. Step 4, Wand create. This is a free nationwide license. So all the countries in all the world can use Wand for free in this moment. If we want to make this further step, step 5, project proposal to the Ministry of Education, meaning premium license, national lesson repository with full curriculum coverage, meaning resources to create content for all the teachers in the school, localized application, and most important, teacher training, teacher training, teacher training. These are the 3 major requests for a successful educational system. I cannot compete with these students, so I will let them to continue from this point. Thank you very much, and let's give them a better chance for the future. Because now in this room we are because they exist, you know. This is the reality. Thank you.